हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। मैं हूं अंकित और आप देख रहे हैं सीक्रेट 7। और आज मैं आपको बता रहा हूं पार्ट 1 द सीक्रेट 7 इस बुक का। और पिछली वीडियो में हमने पढ़ा था प्लान फॉर एसएस मीटिंग चैप्टर। और मेरे जिन फ्रेंड्स ने हमारा पहली वीडियो नहीं देखी है, मैंने कमेंट में उसकी लिंक दी है, आप देख लें उसे। तो चलिए हम इसका दूसरा चैप्टर स्टार्ट करते हैं। और इस चैप्टर का नाम है द सीक्रेट 7 सोसाइटी। Chapter 2 The Secret 7 Society. The next morning, 5 children made their way to Old Mill House, where Peter and Janet lived. It took its name from the ruined mill that stood up on the hill some distance away, which had not been used for many years. George came first. He walked down the garden and came to the shed. The first thing he saw was the sign on the door, SS. There it was, bold and clear in bright green. He knocked on the door. There was a silence. He knocked again, still no reply. Though he felt sure that Peter and Janet were there because he was certain he had seen Janet's face at the little window of shed. He heard a snuffing under the door. That must be Scamper. He knocked again, impatiently. Give the password, silly, said Peter's voice. Oh, I forgot, said George, Vencless. The door opened at once. George grinned and went in. He looked round. I say, this is jolly cozy. Is it to be our meeting place, dear holes? Yes, it's nice and warm here, said Peter. Wear your badge. Your button with SS on. Blow. I forget it, said George. I hope I haven't lost it. You are not a very good member, said Janet sternly, forgetting to say the password and forgetting your badge as well. Sorry, said George. To tell you the truth, I did almost forgotten about the Secret 7 Society too. Well, you don't deserve to belong them, said Peter. Just because we haven't met for some time, I do think. There was another knock at the door. It was Pam and Barbara. There was silence in the shed. Arian was listening for the password. Vencless, hissed Barbara in such a peculiar voice that everyone jumped. Vencless, whispered Pam. The door opened and in they went. Good. You are both wearing your badges, said Peter, pleased. Now, where are Colin and Jack? They are late. Jack was waiting for Colin at the gate. He had forgotten the password. Oh dear, whatever could it be? He thought of all sorts of things. Noel, wise man, what could it be? He felt sure it was something to do with Christmas carols. He didn't like to go to the meeting place without knowing the password. Peter could be very strict. Jack didn't like because ticked off in the front of people, and he racked his brains to try and think of the words. He saw Colin away in the distance and decided to wait for him. Colin would be sure to know the word. Hello, said Colin as he came up. Seen the others yet? I saw Pam and Barbara going in, said Jack. Do you know the password, Colin? Of course I do, said Colin. I bet you don't, said Jack. Well, I do. It's Vencless, said Colin. Ah, shucks to you. Jack, you thought I didn't know it. Thanks for telling me, grinned Jack. I did forget it. Do not tell Peter. Come on down the path. I say, Look at the SS for Secret 7 the door. They knocked when class, said Colin in a very loud voice. The door opened quickly and Peter, indignant face, looked out. Whatever are you shouting for? Do you want everyone in the village to know our password, you donkey? Sorry, said Colin, going in. Anyway, there's nobody but us to hear. Wenclass said Jack, seeing that Peter was not going to let him in without the password. The door shut and 7 settled down. Peter and Janet took the flower pots for themselves. Everyone else sat on the boxes. This is a jolly nice meeting, said George. Warm and cozy and right away from the house. Yes, I must say you and Janet have got it very comfortable, said Barbara. Even a little curtain at the window. Delicious, said Barbara, and everyone laughed. Do you mean delicious or scrumptious? Asked Janet. Both, of course, said Barbara. What that peculiar looking stuff in the bottle, Janet? Janet was shaking it vigorously. It was a dark purple and had little black things bobbing about in it. Me hadn't any lemonade to give us, and we didn't particularly want milk because we did had lot of breakfast, she said. So we suddenly thought of a pot of blackcurrant jam we had. This is blackcurrant tea. We mixed it with boiling water and put some more sugar into it, explained Peter. It's awfully good. In fact, it's scrumptious and delicious too, said Barbara with a squeal of laughter. Delusion and scrumptious. That describe everything nicely. The blackcurrant tea really was good and went very well with the oatmeal biscuits. It's good for cold too, said Janet, crunching up the skinny blackcurrant from her mug. So if anyone gets a cold, then probably won't. Everyone understood this peculiar statement and nodded. They set down their mugs and smacked their lips. It's a pity they're no more, said Janet, but there wasn't an awful lot of jam left in the pot, or else we could have made heaps to drink. Now we have a little more business to discuss, said Peter, giving Scamper a few crumbs to lick. It's no good have a society unless we have some plan to follow, something to do, like we did in summer, said Pam. You know, when we collected money to send lame Luke away to the sea. Yes, well, has everyone any ideas? Said Peter. Nobody had. It's not really a good time to try and help people after Christmas, said Pam. I mean, everyone has presents and been looked after. Even the very poorest, oldest people in the village. Can't we solve a mystery or something like that? Suggests George. If we can't find something wrong to put right, we might be able to find a mystery to clear up. What kind of a mystery do you mean? Asked Barbara, puzzled. I don't really know, said George. We did have to be on the lookout for one, watch for something strange or peculiar or queer and solve it. It sounds exciting, said Colin, but I do not believe we did find anything like that. And if we did, the police would have found it first. Oh well, said Peter, we will just have to keep our eyes open and wait to see if anyone hears of any good deed we can do or of any mystery that wants solving. They must at once call a meeting of the Secret Seven. Is that understood? Everyone said yes, and if we have anything to report, we can come here to this Secret Seven shed and leave a note. Can't we? Said George. That would be the best thing to do. agreed Peter. Janet and I will be here each morning and we will look and see if any of you have left a note. I hope somebody does. So do I. It's not much fun having a secret society that doesn't do anything, said Colin. I will keep a jolly good lookout. You never know when something might turn up. Let's go and build snowmen in the field opposite the house. Down by the stream, said George, getting up. The snow thick there. It would be fun. We could build quite an army of snowmen. They did look funny standing in the fields by themselves. Oh yes, let's do that, said Janet. Who will try of sitting still? I will take this old shabby cap to put on one snowman. It's been hanging in this shed for ages. And I will take this coat, said Peter, dragging down a dirty ragged coat from a nail. Goodness knows who it ever belonged to. And off they all went to the field by the stream to build an army of snowmen. So friends, hope you like this video. This chapter is complete. अब हम अगले चैप्टर में द क्रॉस ओल्ड मैन पढ़ेंगे। और अगर आपने हमारा चैनल अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो हमारा चैनल सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर करें ताकि आपको हमारे अगले वीडियो के नोटिफिकेशन मिल जाए। और आप कमेंट में ज़रूर लिखिएगा कि आपको यह वीडियो कैसी लगी। थैंक यू।